Welcome back to Behavior Change Basics, an introduction to social marketing. In our 12-step journey, we've reached step 5, identifying the barriers and benefits. Think of this step as your chance to play detective. Uncover what might hold your audience back and spotlight the perks that can nudge them toward change. First, let's look at unpacking the barriers. Barriers come in many flavors, and understanding them is key to designing an effective program. Let's break them down. Monetary barriers. Sometimes the behavior you're promoting requires a financial outlay. For instance, encouraging healthier eating might mean buying organic foods, which can be pricier. Ask yourself, will people have to invest in new items, memberships, or services? If so, how might cost discourage them? Social barriers. Our social circles can be both our support system and our stumbling block. Imagine suggesting that someone quit smoking when their friends regularly share a smoke break. The fear of losing social bonds can be a significant hurdle. Psychological barriers. Change can be daunting. People might worry they're not able to make the change. Maybe they are not mentally ready. They may lack the confidence or self-efficacy needed to make the leap. It's important to consider how secure and prepared your audience feels about making a change. Perceptions matter, regardless of reality. If the target audience perceives something to be too difficult, they won't try. Physical barriers. Sometimes the issue is as straightforward as a lack of infrastructure. For example, if you're encouraging more walking instead of driving, the absence of safe sidewalks or secure walking paths can be a real deterrent. Consider how you can make sure the target audience has access to the tools they need to perform the desired behavior. Remember, these barriers can be internal, rooted in personal beliefs and skills, or external, stemming from the environment or social norms. As research from respected institutions like the CDC and various academic studies shows, understanding these perceptions is critical because it's not what you think is a barrier. It's what your target audience believes is a barrier that truly matters. Next, consider how to highlight the benefits. Once you've mapped out the obstacles, shift your focus to the benefits. What's in it for your audience if they embrace the change? Be as concrete as possible. Consider immediate versus long-term gains. Immediate benefits are often more motivating. For example, if your program makes a typically mundane activity enjoyable or stress-free, that's a win. However, don't ignore long-term benefits. Just be upfront about when those will kick in. Identify who benefits. It might be the individual adopting the behavior, but it could also extend to their family, community, or even the environment. Clarify who stands to gain and how. Make it concrete and personal. The more tangible and personally relevant the benefits, the more compelling your program will be. When people can clearly see how their lives will improve, they're more likely to take action. Let's bring this home with our road crew example. Recall that their program offered limousine rides between riders' homes and bars or taverns to reduce drinking and driving. Their research revealed several key barriers to implementing their program the target audience was concerned about: a loss of freedom from not having immediate access to a vehicle, the inconvenience of waiting for a ride instead of driving on demand, social stigma, fear of being labeled a wimp or uncool for opting out of driving. To counter these, road crew emphasized benefits that really resonated. They turned driving time into party time in a limousine, where riders could relax and have fun with friends. They could even drink and smoke in the limousines. They highlighted the safety benefits, such as avoiding a dangerous crash. They knew that their target audience was worried about hurting themselves or someone else when driving drunk, so road crew highlighted this benefit. They highlighted the practical benefit of avoiding a citation for driving while under the influence of alcohol. Losing their driver's license could mean losing their job. Now, let's bring this all together. Identifying barriers and benefits isn't just about listing pros and cons. It's about getting inside the mind of your target audience. Whether you're addressing monetary, social, psychological, or physical obstacles, the goal is to design a strategy where the benefits clearly outweigh the barriers. And remember, The success of your social marketing program depends on understanding and aligning with the perceptions of the people you're trying to reach. Thanks for joining us for this video on Step 5, Identifying Barriers and Benefits. Please join us again soon for our next video. Until then, keep your eyes on both the obstacles and the opportunities, and don't forget to check out the planning templates in the resources section. Happy strategizing!